Going to be making Madeleines today. Now these are beautiful little cakes, so if you like your cakes you're going to love these. Nice simple recipe and they turn out delish. So to get started making these Madeleines, what I want to do is just quickly go through the ingredients we're going to use. So I've got a couple of eggs. Now with the eggs I've got mine at room temperature. These are actually medium sized eggs, but you could use large eggs. 100 grams of castor sugar, 100 grams of plain flour and 100 grams of butter. So those three all the same weight, keeps it nice and easy. Just under 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and then I've got 1 lemon. I'm going to put a lemon theme in mine. Now I'm going to use the outside zest, so we're going to kind of grate that and get the yellow bit off, but leave the white behind, and I'm going to use the juice of the lemon as well. So going to be nice and lemony and delicious. So apart from a little pinch of salt, that's all the ingredients, nice simple ingredients. What we're going to do is get ourselves a bowl and we're going to start mixing it all up. Now with the butter, I'm going to pop mine in the microwave just to slightly melt it. So once it's all just melted, take it out, and then we need to leave that to cool down. Now I've got the butter, I've just taken it out of the microwave, probably around about 20-30 seconds depending on your microwave. Now I'm going to leave the butter to cool down, and we're going to start off by whisking the eggs and the castor sugar, and then when it's cooled down we're going to add obviously the butter. If you get any shell in there, obviously take it out, you can scoop it out with the shell. So that's it. So I've got me 2 eggs. Now, what I'm going to do is start whisking it up, and I'm also going to add in the castor sugar. Now, for mixing this, you could do it with an electric one. I'm actually going to use like a little balloon whisk and do it by hand today, because it shouldn't take too long. So let's just whisk that up a little bit, and then we can start adding in the castor sugar. You want to keep whisking this until you almost get it a bit frothy really, so keep mixing it. There you go, I think that's enough whisking. Giving it a good whisk and it's gone nice and frothy. You can see all the bubbles on top there. Now I do want to add in the butter, but I just need it to cool down a little bit more, so make sure it's fairly cool when you put it in, because otherwise what it's going to do is starts turning like a scrambled egg. So make sure the butter is nice and cool before you add it in. Now if you're really impatient you could just pop it in the fridge just for a few minutes or so. I'm a little bit impatient, so I'm going to do that. So I left the butter and it's cooled down, it's fairly lukewarm now, so not very warm at all. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start mixing that in a little bit at a time. And we just keep giving it a good old whisk while we're doing it. Now also I've got that lemon juice, no pips, put that in as well. And then we've got that lemon zest, so if I just bring that over, got the lemon zest there, so just put that in. It's going to give it just a lovely lemon theme, and it's going to taste delish. I'm also going to add just a little pinch of salt. Then we've got the flour. So let's just pour that in. I'm just going to pour it and mix it as we go really. Just keep adding a little bit at a time. Keep whisking at the same time. Just carry on doing that until you've got it all in there. So I've been mixing up, got all the flour in there. Now I'm also going to put the baking powder, and we're going to again mix that all in as well. Got that all mixed in. So now we've finished with a sort of cake batter mixture. Just going to move the bowl aside, leave that for about 15 or 20 minutes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my baking tray that we're going to make these madeleines in. So I've got my tray for making up these madeleines. Now they've got a really nice sort of shell shape, like a scallop, so you know, going to look pretty. Now obviously if you haven't got one of these baking trays, which I'm sure a lot of you haven't, obviously you could just use your normal fairy cake things, but get one of these trays if you like the cake, because they look really delicious. So I'm just going to, first of all, put a little bit of butter on the inside of the trays, and then we're just going to put a little sprinkling of flour on there as well. So start off with the butter. Start over this end, just sort of work a bit in there. You don't need loads, just want to try and make sure they're not going to stick really. So I'll just carry on doing that. Try and get it all over there. That's it. There you go, all done. Now let's get a little bit of flour. We're going to give it a quick shake after anyway, so just get a bit on there really. And with the butter and the flour, it does really help to make sure they don't stick. That's it. That is ready to go. So we'll just leave that and so waiting for the batter mix, probably for another 10 minutes or so, 15 at the most, and then we're going to put some of the mixture in each of them. Now I'm going to switch my oven on and bring it up to a preheated temperature of 200 degrees. So switch it on, so that's all ready. Now I've got my mixture and I've left that for, you know, 15, 20 minutes or so. Now what I'm going to use is like a tablespoon almost, and it just kind of helps you to get roughly the same amount in each. What I will do is get another little spoon as well, a little teaspoon. Now I've got myself a teaspoon because I can just help get that bit out really. And if we do that for all of them, you should have a nice equal sort of size. I'm just going to wipe that little bit away. Keep it all there. That's it. They're ready to go. So make sure your oven's preheated, and then we're going to pop them in the oven. Probably want to cook for about 8 or 10 minutes. Temperature wise, 200 degrees Celsius, 400 Fahrenheit, gas mark 6. Now I've had mine cooking for 10 minutes, just about 10 minutes. I'm going to quickly give that a stab. That's coming out clean. That feels alright. So I'm going to pour mine out. You can see it's just gone a little bit sort of brown around the edges, so that's a good indication. So let's pull them out and just leave them to cool down slightly. So I've taken mine from out of the oven. Now what I'm going to do is leave those to cool down slightly, and then we're going to try one. So whilst I'm waiting for the cool down, I'm going to go and make a cup of tea. Now I've got my cup of tea. I've actually got a mug of tea, but whilst I was making that mug of tea, someone sneaked one of those, so I've got 11 now. Anyway, let's try one of those. Pop this out. Look, and you've got a beautiful sort of shell shape, like a scallop. Delish. Let's try it. It's lovely inside. It's not too sweet, but slowly but surely that lemon comes through. Oh, that is absolutely delicious. Let me try that last little bit. And when you've got that sort of golden brown sort of edging, oh, it's lovely and crumbly. These are absolutely delicious. I'd love these with a cup of coffee in the morning, or with my cup of tea in the afternoon. Look at that. Let's try it. Oh, lovely dunks in the tea. Beautiful. Thanks for watching my videos. I hope you enjoy. They're really tasty, so give them a go. See you on the next one. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you like what I do, please click the button, because I always appreciate new subscribers. See you soon, the original Naked Chef.